Il est où mon bito? On l'a vendu. Benoît, viens voir un peu comment. Et Claude. Oui.
Et on a posé des questions de CPN.
Ouais.
Si,
je vais faire.
Non, ça dérange pas, ils peuvent venir. Non.
Venez avec Claude, le monsieur avec la moustache là.
Non, les journalistes, ils peuvent s'approcher.
On parlait.
Claude Gruffin, moi je suis un haut savoyard de naissance.
Bon, c'est bien. Benoît Biteau, président race locale.
Non, on parlait des enjeux de...
Voilà. Aujourd'hui, il y a une enquête publique qui se met en place pour
The zookeeper on maternity leave dropped in to introduce her newborn daughter to a 20-year-old gorilla.
On va venir.
Attaque toujours ses décrets. Et pour nous, c'est un clap.
Est-ce que c'est la solution zéro? Parce qu'à un moment donné...
Alors après, pour nous, la solution, on ne veut pas éradiquer le but. Non, c'est éradiquer la maladie. Donc il faut faire un vide sanitaire. Voilà, le but, il est là.
Le truc, c'est l'abattage. Moi, je pense que notre combat, c'est beaucoup d'essayer de faire évoluer la réglementation à l'échelon européen sur l'abattage total du troupeau. C'est-à-dire qu'il faut abattre les animaux mais abattre tous les animaux dans un principe de précaution à taux poussé à l'extrême, en pensant que tout est...
Non, mais on peut vivre
faut qu'on fasse la photo parce qu'ils sont en train de se battre.
C'est pour ça que je suis contre la vie. C'est pour ça qu'il ne faut pas abattre.
Now, Percy will eventually make her way down the coast to her permanent home in the San Diego Zoo. My brain is not processing this. I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be. What I'm looking at?
A nightmare fuel.
Okay, there you go. That makes more sense. Shout out to the San Diego Zoo, though. If you guys haven't checked it out, it is one of the best. And finally, to setting one insane Guinness World Record.
When I see these videos, I think we're never going to set a world record, even though we are hell-bent on trying.
I'll tell you the trick. Go ahead and talk about this.
So, an Armenian athlete performing 23 pull-ups in 1 minute. Is that the world record? No, it's because he did it on a hovering helicopter.
Yeah, so the Guinness World Records shared this video showing the athlete performing this stunt from one of the helicopter skids as it hovered several feet above the ground.
The athlete previously set another world record 11 years ago for most consecutive gymnastic high bar giants, completing 1,001 of the spinning maneuvers. Okay, well, est-ce que vous nous soutenez sur ce bagarre?
I love it. So you ready for the trick? You just have to think of what no one else would. So you could probably get in the Guinness World Record for most tournaments you weren't on air.
The computer salesman was supposed to report to prison to begin a 17-year sentence.
They let him turn himself into jail with no escort.
No one thought he would run.
How do you evade capture for 25 years? How do you do that?
Now, join the search, following the U.S. Marshals as they uncover new leads. Can you help catch this man? As you see this man, listen and join the all-new wherever you get your podcasts.
OnlyFans has definitely enabled us
Après aussi, il faut travailler nos produits parce qu'aujourd'hui,
A lot of celebrities doing OnlyFans.
Bella Thorne, within 24 hours, she made $1 million.
You either love me or you hate me.
C'est là, il n'est plus dans les métiers. Donc là aussi, il faut travailler dans la façon. C'est vous dire que pas ça bloque c'est la réglementation.
All about Kiev. On ABC. This is the story of Elizabeth Holmes. You've got a tree to see fantasy. It's all there.
Voilà.
Can't feel your eyes.
De l'abattage total, on peut mettre en place des sanitaires,
De toute façon, c'est l'histoire.
And now, as Elizabeth Holmes awaits sentencing, what you haven't seen.
oui, mais c'est le même sujet.
My jaw dropped.
Mais on peut se revoir.
Voilà.
Ouais.
This is American history.
Le lourd, moi, je
Black Americans killed right here in Europe. Now, it is time to uncover Tulsa's very truth. The gripping story brought to life in a new podcast from ABC News, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app.
Ukraine's leader with a new message to Russia overnight, plus the U.S. sending more weapons to the battlefield. And both sides are saying
showing their resolve to young women ripping fabric to make camouflage nets, and young men building traps for Russian tanks. Plus, inside the country's biggest children's hospital, protecting the most vulnerable.
Breaking overnight, the House committee investigating the January 6th riot, laying out
On va par là, vous avancez 5 mètres, vous suivez Mélia qui lève la main.
And in the skinny, surge pricing at the movies. Plus, how much it costs to maintain a champion's physique. And seeing the Wheel of Fortune fail.
Another feather in your hat.
Now hear what Pat Sajak is saying. It's Thursday, March 3rd.
Si vous reculez, madame, ça va pas aller en fait. L'idée, c'est qu'on se retourne. Voilà.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. We appreciate you starting your morning off with us and sticking. Today we begin with our top story, the mounting death toll in Ukraine, devastated by another day of intense warfare.
Targets in Kyiv overnight as Russia launches more multiple airstrikes in heavily populated areas. Ukrainian officials now say more than 2,000 civilians have been killed. News anchors in Ukraine have retreated underground, and they're now broadcasting from bunkers. President Vladimir Zelensky is calling on Ukrainians to keep up the resistance. This morning, more American-made weaponry is arriving on the battlefields of Ukraine. A source says the U.S. has now delivered hundreds of Stinger anti-aircraft missiles to Ukrainian forces as the Russian invasion escalates. In the capital, Kyiv, a night of heavy bombardment.
The border into Poland, as I'm talking to you, you can hear what's happening in the city.
ABC's Ian Pannell was on the air when an explosion lit up the sky.
There's a large flash over in the distance. It's
On a des paysannes et des paysans qui parfois se retrouvent isolés, piégés par les dettes, piégés par un modèle qui leur font parfois aussi perdre le sens de leur engagement, de leur passion. Et ce qu'on veut, nous, c'est pouvoir justement mettre des jeunes qui aient accès à la terre, qui puissent se développer dans un modèle qui correspond aux attentes de la société, qui leur donne un revenu décent, parce que c'est un enjeu majeur de l'agriculture aujourd'hui, et qui permettent de respecter les animaux, comme on vient de les voir, l'environnement, l'alimentation, et encore une fois, qui leur offre un revenu digne. Donc on est là chez nous, au salon d'agriculture.
Ukrainian defiance is growing. Videos online show hundreds of people blocking this road to the country's largest nuclear facility. And Pentagon officials say the Ukrainians are now targeting that 40-mile-long Russian convoy bearing down on Kyiv, which apparently stalled about 17 miles from the capital.
Nationaux, européens, dont beaucoup d'ailleurs sont issus de l'agriculture. Nous leur disons que ce que nous proposons, c'est un grand pacte avec le monde agricole. Un grand contrat. Les agricultrices et les agriculteurs savent parfaitement qu'un système qui produit autant de précarité, qui produit autant d'isolement, qui produit quasiment un suicide par jour, qui nous met en difficulté dès qu'il y a une crise mondiale sur les approvisionnements comme sur les débouchés, n'est pas un système durable. D'ailleurs, je le dis, 27 fermes par jour qui disparaissent, ça montre bien que ce système ne fonctionne pas. Donc on veut passer le grand contrat avec le monde agricole pour garantir des revenus dignes, décents, qui payent le travail réalisé. La protection de l'environnement, c'est la nécessité absolue. de protéger la biodiversité, une alimentation de qualité, ce qui est l'attente des consommateurs évidemment. Donc on veut proposer ce grand plan, y compris en discutant de la dette des agriculteurs. On a la Caisse des dépôts et des consignations. Nous, dans ce grand plan, on met la dette sur la table, la dette des agriculteurs, qui est souvent, au fond, l'élément qui les piège dans un modèle qui est plus durable. Quand je me suis adressé au Premier ministre, quand il a fait une réunion sur la crise ukrainienne, j'ai évidemment souligné l'importance de protéger nos agriculteurs face à cette crise. Mais ça dit aussi la nécessité de repenser le modèle. Un modèle qui vit sur les engrais azotés, un modèle qui vit sur les tourteaux de soja avec les dégâts considérables sur l'Amazonie et sur la biodiversité dans toutes les Amériques. Un modèle qui espère vivre en vendant des kilos de viande en Russie, en Chine ou ailleurs. Ce n'est pas un modèle qui peut tenir. C'est un modèle qui va toujours davantage précariser et faire disparaître nos paysans de nos campagnes. Donc nous, on veut un modèle qui soit un modèle avec plus de paysannes et de paysans. On veut un modèle plus fort sur la protection de l'environnement et l'alimentation de qualité et un modèle qui rémunère mieux ces paysannes et ces paysans. Donc au fond, on veut mettre en place un cercle vertueux quand aujourd'hui, trop souvent, on a un cercle vicieux qui ne protège pas assez nos paysans. Je ne vais pas le reprendre, ce sont les écologistes qui l'ont inventé. Ça fait 30 ans, 40 ans qu'on porte le modèle de souveraineté alimentaire. Le premier candidat écolo à l'élection présidentielle, c'est un agronome qui défendait déjà la souveraineté alimentaire. Donc moi je suis très content que d'autres candidats viennent sur ce sujet-là. Mais il faut bien comprendre ce qu'on se dit. La souveraineté alimentaire, c'est pas organiser un élevage qui dépend du soja brésilien qui fait brûler l'Amazonie. Un modèle de souveraineté alimentaire, c'est pas exporter.
Will continue because of Russia's invasion. The newest U.S. sanctions on Russia block the export of equipment and technology into the Russian energy sector. But so far, the U.S. and Europe have not banned imports of Russian oil and gas, which analysts say would have a dramatic impact on prices. Even so, oil is now trading at its highest level since 2011.
Now to a very special moment to show you from a performance by New York's Metropolitan Opera.
The opera company belting out Ukraine's national anthem. The young man with his hand on his heart is a 24-year-old baritone named Vlad. He's from Ukraine, and he says his family is still there.
Vlad helped the singers learn the anthem. He called the performance maybe the most emotional moment of my life. Clearly, we see why. It is just beautiful.
Yeah, this is just people coming together, trying to show their support in any small way that they can. But this was pretty special and impactful here to have the entire Metropolitan Opera singing that anthem.
It just shows how interconnected we all are and united on this front.
Standing in solidarity.
That's right. Coming up, the morning's other news, including potential charges laid out against former President Trump.
Plus, the new development in that lawsuit claiming that strawberry Pop-Tarts don't contain enough strawberries. What a judge has decided.
And see who's about to honor Lionel Richie. You're watching World News Now.
Take America's #1 news with you anywhere you go, anytime, free. Download the ABC News app now. Breaking news, exclusives, 24/7. There for you with one touch. The ABC News app. Download it now.
Tonight, Putin's war takes more civilian lives. Our team reports from the region. Plus, living without masks and mandates as Omicron variant concerns rise in some states. World News Tonight with David Muir is the most watched program on all of television.
It was an extraordinary story.
A computer salesman was supposed to report to prison to begin a 17-year sentence.
They let him turn himself into jail with no escort.
No one thought he would run.
How do you evade capture for 25 years? How do you do that?
Now, join the search, following the U.S. Marshals as they uncover new leads in a global manhunt. Can you help catch this fugitive?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man? Listen and join the all-new hunt wherever you get your podcast.
Admit it. These days, what you need to know
Seems to change just about every day.
What is it that you really want to know, need to know,
To help you not just get through your day,
but to make the most of it? Feel smarter,
feel better.
feel happier.
Well, how about a third hour of Good Morning America?
GMA 3, what you need to know. Now streaming on ABC News Live.
it's all about you.
World News Now.
And America This Morning.
The best new videos.
Breaking news overnight.
Your money and concerns about inflation.
The pandemic is not over.
The stories people are talking about.
You don't want to shave your legs? Don't. I was going to say. And what to expect in the day ahead.
From the top of the world, baby! ABC World News Now and America This Morning.
Weekday morning starting at 2 a.m. Eastern.
Up all night to keep you up to date.
Let's talk about OnlyFans.
Instagram, but for porn.
OnlyFans is massively a part of the pop culture zeitgeist right now.
OnlyFans has definitely enabled us to call the shots. Anyone can come in from the ground floor and start making money.
A lot of celebrities joining OnlyFans.
Cardi B, Chris Brown.
Bella Thorne.
Within 24 hours, she made $1 million.
You either love me or you hate me.
Think of it as like an online playground.
OnlyFans, selling sexy, exclusively on Hulu.
I know what happened, and I'm not guilty.
Why the fascination with criminal trials? Figure out what's really out there.
She revealed she had murdered his family.
I know in my heart that he did this.
It's the time of suspicion.
The ending's really tough.
You don't know whether truth is going to be difficult to find unless you try to find it.
That was the sound of joyful relief from family and friends of two men after they emerged from a dark cave deep under Tennessee's Lookout Mountain. They vanished Monday night while exploring an abandoned train tunnel off limits to the public. The rescue operation took 12 hours, which backed up train traffic for hours. Both men now face trespassing charges.
Wow, just glad they're okay. All right, breaking news from Washington. The House committee investigating the Capitol insurrection now says evidence shows former President Trump engaged in, quote, criminal conspiracy. The committee says Trump and his associates hatched a wide-ranging plan to prevent Congress from certifying the presidential election results. And the first conviction for seditious conspiracy linked to that attack is now in the books. Oathkeeper Joshua James pled guilty as part of a deal to cooperate with prosecutors. ABC's Alex Mallon explains why his cooperation is so crucial.
Joshua James is one of the people that we know was a bodyguard to Roger Stone on the day of the riot, a person who was very close to Trump's efforts to overturn the election. So if he's flipped and he decides to implicate Roger Stone in some way, that would definitely be something that would be a very significant development.
And even with his cooperation, Joshua James faces a maximum sentence of 20 years.
The new White House plan for dealing with COVID-19 calls for the U.S. to be prepared for new variants and to prevent businesses and school shutdowns. Officials say the federal air and rail mask mandates are being evaluated and will stay in place for at least another 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is taking heat from Democrats after seemingly being annoyed by some high school students wearing masks at an event.
You do not have to wear those masks. I mean, please take them off. Honestly, it's not doing anything, and we got to stop with this COVID theater. So if you want to wear it, fine, but this is ridiculous.
Some of those students kept their masks on. DeSantis has opposed mask wearing for a long time.
A federal judge has tossed out a lawsuit claiming strawberry Pop-Tarts don't have enough strawberries. In his ruling, the judge says no reasonable consumer could read Pop-Tart's packaging and actually believe it only contains strawberries. And he added that the word strawberry does not guarantee the pastry will have a certain amount of them in the filling. So Pop-Tarts, talk about getting out of a jam.
I like that one. Clearly, I'm not a reasonable consumer either, because I expected it to be just strawberries.
Favorite Pop-Tart?
Strawberry.
It is strawberry. Yeah,
blueberries next. Apple can be
s'mores?
discontinued. Huh?
S'mores doesn't make the top?
No, I don't get that fancy. I'm a creature of habit.
Fighting words here on this Thursday.
There's more to come, don't worry. All right, when we come back, Max Chmerkovskiy escaped from Ukraine.
And Kim Kardashian is now officially, legally single. The Skinny is next.
Now streaming on ABC News Live 2020. True crime, cinematic, real-life drama, stunning, the unthinkable. Follow the clues, The Hunt. True crime 2020. Now streaming on ABC News Live.
It was an extraordinary story.
A computer salesman was supposed to report to prison to begin a 17-year sentence.
They let him turn himself into jail with no escort.
No one thought he would run.
How do you evade capture for 25 years? How do you do that?
Now, join the search, following the U.S. Marshals as they uncover new leads in a global manhunt. Can you help catch this fugitive?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man? Listen and join the all-new hunt wherever you get your podcasts.
Take America's #1 news with you anywhere you go, anytime, free. Download the ABC News app now. Breaking news, exclusives, 24/7. There for you with one touch. The ABC News app. Download it now.
Let's talk about OnlyFans.
Instagram, but for porn.
OnlyFans is massively a part of the pop culture zeitgeist right now.
OnlyFans has definitely enabled us to call the shots. Anyone can come in from the ground floor and start making money.
A lot of celebrities joining OnlyFans.
Cardi B, Chris Brown.
Bella Thorne. Within 24 hours, she made $1 million.
You either love me or you hate me.
Think of it as like an online playground.
OnlyFans, selling sexy, exclusively on Hulu.
Okay, now, I love me some GMA so much. Time for me to do, well, a little GMA-ish promo. Ready? GMA 7A every day. Boom, boom, boom.
Bring your friends.
Yes, now we're talking. That's how you start the day with Robin, George, Michael, and GMA. Starting sharp at 7A every day. So go on. Just say,
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. You know it's America's #1 morning show, people.
Bring your friends.
The hottest views in daytime are happening right here.
We talk about things on this show that people don't talk about. That I can't wait to see.
Honest takes from strong women.
We need all hands on deck, and we need it right now. This is the time to speak out.
Unafraid to get real.
We stick by our points of view.
We're all seeing it differently, and that's the beauty of The View.
And that's why the most watched #1 daytime talk show is The View. Now streaming on ABC News Live.
This is the story of Elizabeth Holmes.
You got intrigue, deceit, fantasy. It's all there.
Can't peel your eyes away.
Any comments, Elizabeth? Any comments, Elizabeth?
God bless you, girl boss.
The new man in her life, the new baby. And now, as Elizabeth Holmes awaits sentencing, what you haven't seen, haven't heard.
Behind the scenes, it was an absolute mess.
My jaw dropped.
Part of the human trait, being fascinated by a train wreck.
I was blown away.
The new 2020 Friday night on ABC.
The deeper you go into the black market, the darker it gets.
Traffic, Wednesdays at 9 on National Geographic.
All right, time now for the Skinny. We are starting with Home Sweet Home from Max Chmerkovskiy.
The Dancing with the Stars alum is safely back home in Los Angeles, getting a big hug at LAX from his wife, Peta Murgatroyd. I think I got that right. That's after a week-long escape from Ukraine.
In earlier posts, he said he took a packed train to Poland, saying he felt guilty to be on the train. He was then able to take a flight to LA. He had been in his native Ukraine to be a judge on Ukraine's World of Dance TV show.
And, you know, so many people are going through this as well, whether it's their family, friends back in Ukraine. Gotta feel for them there.
Oh, definitely.
All right, next, Kim Kardashian has now been declared legally single, but don't tell that to Pete Davidson, or tell him.
Or don't tell that to Kanye West.
Okay,
but hold on, she's not quite entirely divorced from the rapper. A little over a year after filing for divorce from Kanye West, a judge in Los Angeles has agreed to split her divorce into 2 parts. First part, immediately end their marriage while saving the more complex issues over assets and custody for future proceedings.
And I would imagine they have a ton of assets. So, all right, the couple has been married for 7 years. They share 4 children. She has been dating SNL star Pete Davidson in recent months. No surprise. He has been newly linked to